start doing your test, and the test will last for 50 minutes, and so you the test is I've uploaded the test on Moodle systems on the site.
It will be in Google Forms, right?
No, it will be on Moodle site, not Google Forms.
I mean,
class.
What's the test? How is it going to be? Are we going to type on ourselves, right? Handwriting?
No, it is on the Moodle system, and it's like any other test. This is multiple choice test, and you'll open a question and you'll choose the answer out of 5 options.
Okay. Thank you.
It's perfect.
Nothing extraordinary. I mean, like a common test. So, like, for example, you were doing in Google Forms. This is very similar. And the questions are quite simple. That is why just the length of the test is 50 minutes, but I think you can cope with this test earlier. Okay.
But I have a question. We have to turn on the IRO system, proctoring system, when we doing this test.
I think no. So
no.
Well, I don't know the details about this system. That is why. So I mean, shall you? What is the rule? I mean, shall you record your examination with the help of this system, or just switch it on and what is it? Какие, как вам говорили, вы должны записывать весь свой экзамен?
Да, эта система, она просто записывает, получается. Вот ты сидишь перед камерой, и она тебя записывает, и потом как будто бы эта вот запись отсылается вам, и вы проверяете, типа, списывали мы или нет.
Ну, может, попробуем тогда?
Вот я не знаю, мы должны или это только на экзаменах использовать, потому что нам управление говорит.
Это только на экзаменах использовать, потому что нам говорит.
Смотрите, мы должны ее протестировать, эту систему. Давайте попробуем.
У кого-то не получилось установить ее, там какие-то проблемки вышли.
Давайте попробуем. У кого не получилось установить?
У меня не получилось. Я им в горячую линию звонила, они мне так не помогли ничем.
Аня?
Да.
Так, понятно. Значит, Аня, от вас такое эхо?
Да у меня что-то со связью, я так понимаю.
Так, хорошо. Аня, значит, процесса. Выключите микрофон, пожалуйста. Так, у остальных есть проблемы с этой программой?
Я еще не устанавливал.
Кто это?
Мухаммад Али.
Мухаммад Али. Так, Илья тоже не устанавливал?
Да.
Насколько сложно ее установить? Насколько по времени, Настя?
3 минуты. 2
3
минуты.
Значит, пожалуйста, мальчики, установите. Ага, так, и тест там открывается на Moodle в 14:00, в 14:50 он закрывается, то есть там автоматически система срабатывает. Это не как в Google Forms, поэтому там нужно быть очень внимательным по времени. И попробуем, как это работает. Я не буду никаких, поскольку это тестовый режим, я не буду никаких мер предпринимать там прям вот таких драконовских, что вот туда посмотрел, это уже не это.
Как называется? Можете, пожалуйста, сказать?
Настя в курсе. У Насти спросите, пожалуйста.
На Moodle сайте, короче, там вот прям вот на первой же главной странице Академии, там, получается, будет ссылка на скачивание расширения.
Секунду.
И все, просто нажимаешь, и там установить расширение, и все будет.
Окей.
Аэро сам.
Да-да-да.
Okay. Any more questions?
Do you know where to download this program?
Will you repeat one more time, please?
Do you know where to download this program?
Where?
What's the... Yes.
I mean, on your computer or where from?
Where
Я
from?
пишет,
Yes.
ошибка 404.
I have no idea where from.
Page not found.
Nastya has already done, the other students have already done this, so ask them, please.
But some people have problem with this program, with downloading.
Блин, не могу скачать. У меня 404 ошибка вылазит.
Где ты скачивала, Настя?
У нас с Moodle
Вот
говорит.
просто заходишь на Moodle сайт, и там на главной странице будет ссылка на скачивание Aero. И все, на нее заходишь, там будет установить на компьютер расширение.
Окей.
Okay. So I hope it will work. Тогда, значит, у кого получится, пожалуйста, попробуйте с этой программой работать сегодня во время теста. И мы посмотрим, что там получится. Получается, значит, вы должны... Эта программа записывает, Настя, да? И потом вы должны это прислать мне. Пришлете тогда
Не мы,
мне...
она, по-моему, она автоматически отсылает.
Я не совсем понимаю, как она автоматически отсылает. Ну...
Но мы точно ничего не должны. Вот мы просто установили, она записала и сама что-то там делает. Они точно об этом не говорили. И преподаватели тоже, типа, не должны ничего делать. Они там странно объясняли.
Да, ну вот я тоже видела эту информацию, но потом это была информация только один раз, и я просто не понимаю, как это должно работать. Попробуем тогда сделать. Возможно, она связана с сайтом Moodle тогда, и, может быть, это останется на сайте, вашей записи. Ну, во всяком случае, когда запись закончится, вы, наверное, увидите где-то этот сохраненный файл. И если будет возможность, то, пожалуйста, пришлите его мне.
Хорошо.
Окей.
Так, нет, не работает.
Не работает. Ну, возможно, там Teams тоже занимает много трафика. Попробуйте после того, как у нас занятие закончится, что-то сделать. Okay. So anyway, we need to continue our class, and today we're going to speak about dreams. And as you see on the slide, we'll review the tenses. And this class is based on New English file 3D. If you have a look in the book, you can find it. So, do you see the presentation?
Yes.
Okay. So let's start with the error correction, as we always do. And there are some sentences from grammar task that you've done as a home task. So the first one of the tasks was to complete the sentences with the correct form of the opposite verb in brackets. And the most common mistake that we had in this task was this sentence. Some of the students have written, "Are you going to delete the photos to Instagram?" So the word that was given in brackets was download. In Russian we have загрузить на сайт, загрузить на компьютер, загрузить в Instagram. So the word is the same for all kind of processes, from computer to the site, from the site to computer. То есть один и тот же глагол загрузить. But actually download means скачать, да? So this is the process. The file goes from the internet to your local computer, for example. Yes? And delete, it can be like удалить из Инстаграма, да? То есть как противоположный процесс. But we should pay attention to the preposition which is used here. The preposition is to Instagram. So if we use preposition to, it doesn't mean удалить из Инстаграма. It should be from Instagram, right? And here we have the process of moving some pictures, some photos from your computer, for example, to Instagram. Загрузить в Instagram. And so it wasn't delete, it should be, what should be the verb? Какой глагол должен быть? Instead of delete, what should we use? Вы меня слышите?
Use upload.
Upload.
Upload, yes. Okay. And in the next sentence we have, I'm going to the station to land, Tim, as the opposite of drop off. Land, отвезти, приземлить. It is not actually used in this situation. What is the opposite of drop off?
Pick up.
Забрать. Okay. And if we run, we can in time at 6:14. Аня, выключите микрофон. This is the opposite of miss, and so actually it's possible to use the phrase in time here, but something is missing here, and so it's not the opposite of miss. Actually, the opposite of miss is what?
Is catch.
Catch. So we can catch the train, or if we use the phrase in time, we can. Здесь чего-то не хватает. Чего не хватает перед фразой in time?
We can get in time.
Can get in time, for example. We can be in time. Okay. And in the next exercise, there were problems with the use of give it back and take it back. So we just there were in these two conversations. In the first conversation about the shirt you bought me is too small. Don't worry, I'll give it back to the shop. In Russian we say отдать, отнести, so it sounds the same. Отдать обратно в магазин. But here we should use not give, but take it back to the shop and change it. And in the second conversation, that's my pen you are using. Is it? I'll give it back in a minute. То есть я отдам тебе обратно через минуту. So this is also the influence of our language. That is why we sometimes make mistakes. Then we have choose the correct phrase. I'm sure your aunt will lend or is going to lend us some money. She is very rich. Ну, там была не is going to, is lending us some money, right? So when we use is going to lend or is lending, it means that we are sure about this. То есть мы на 100% уверены, что это произойдет. На самом деле это не так. So, кто-то к нам стучится. Арианна. And I mean that, so we are not sure about this. That is why we should use will lend. Your aunt will lend us some money. This is our opinion, prediction. And the last line here, don't worry, we shall say anything to your parents about this. First of all, it should be negative form. And the second thing, we can't use shall in this situation, in this sentence, because here it's better to use will. We will not say, we won't say anything. Because shall is used when we offer something. Когда мы предлагаем что-то сделать, именно в таких случаях используется shall. So Here we have the mistakes are corrected, almost all of them. Почти все, да? Okay. Do you have any questions about these sentences, about grammar task?
No.
No.
See? And the video task. Well, it's a pleasure for me to look at your videos because you always surprise me. Your videos are very artistic and emotional. So, for example, Malika added the definition of the word promise. So it was just very like scientific like video story. And so Malika also added pictures and the song to her clip. And I like that all the students, some of the students give your own opinion on each story. So, and for example, Arianna, so she gives her opinion and she also added some pictures, some headings. It's very interesting. It's always a surprise for me. I like it very much. And by the way, Muhammad Ali, there is a problem with your files. When you download the files on the site, I can't open them. Did you read my comments?
No, I didn't.
I don't know why, maybe because масштаб может быть не тот у вас. У меня с тем, чтобы открыть ваши файлы. Я их не должна загружать, я их должна видеть на сайте, а они не открываются. Приходится загружать. Пожалуйста. Там с масштабом что-то не так.
С масштабом?
Да, то есть они очень большие, получаются, фотографии. И вот я, например, они там через какое-то время, минут 5, наверное, проходят, они открываются. И получается, что я вижу только, например, кусочек вашей страницы, очень маленький, там 20% страницы. Получается, что вы масштаб не тот используете или как? Проверьте, пожалуйста.
Я через телефон фотографирую, то есть и через телефон сам делаю PDF-файл. То есть я захожу в книги и PDF, и делюсь, дальше отправляю себе на ноутбук и оттуда отправляю все.
А вот на компьютере у вас нормально открывается?
У меня, да, нормально. Я каждый раз проверяю по 3-4 раза до того, как открыть, до того, как отправить.
Может быть, нам не надо делать PDF? Может быть, нам сначала фотографии, потом в PDF или как-то?
Да, я сначала фотографии делаю, потом отправляю, ну, делаю PDF из них и отправляю. Ну, я исправлю, я еще раз посмотрю.
Посмотрите, пожалуйста, что-нибудь измените, потому что так вот оно как-то не очень хорошо получается. Окей. And so also we should pay attention to the pronunciation and we should pronounce the words correctly. So these words like promise, the stress is on the first syllable, ударение на первый слог падает. But in the next word, address, the stress is on the second syllable. So this is also the influence of Russian. In Russian we say так и хочется сказать address по-английски, but in English this is address. Ударение перемещается. Then there is hurt, phrase, and injection. So pay attention to the pronunciation of these words. Okay. Yes. Today we are going to speak about some grammar that we missed during our previous classes. And so now this is the slide about the use of so, because, although, and but. These are the words that connect the ideas in stories, that connect the sentences in a story. So, connectors. Слова, которые соединяют мысли, предложения в целый рассказ. So the first is about the use of because and so. So we should understand this. There is some logic in the use of them. If we have a look at the examples, so she was driving fast because she was in a hurry. So, and она вела очень быстро машину, потому что она торопилась. We start with the reason. So, we understand the reason. Мы объясняем причину, and we use because. If we change the order of words in the sentence, let's like it's given in the second line, so we'll use another word. She was in a hurry, so she was driving fast. So she was in a hurry. This is the result. No, she was driving fast. This is the result. And so it's connected. These ideas are connected with the help of so, поэтому, because, потому что, so, поэтому. So we should understand logically this. And the next example, Hannah spoke to DJ because they didn't like the music. Анна поговорила с диджеем, потому что им не понравилась музыка. So this is also a reason. And they didn't like the music, so Anna spoke to the DJ. This is the result. So as you see, we should always understand the difference. And the next couple of phrases is but and although. They are translated like no, but, and although, хотя. And they show a contrast, some contradicting ideas. There are examples here. She tried to stop, but she hit the man. Она пыталась остановить машину, но все равно ударила человека. So there is a contrast. On one side, she tried to prevent this, but on the other hand, she couldn't do this. That is why we use but. The same idea is expressed with the help of although. Although she tried to stop, she hit the man. Although is mostly used at the beginning of the sentence or at the beginning of an idea. Хотя она пыталась остановиться, она все равно ударила человека. And the next example, it was late, but she couldn't sleep. Also, the contrast, late, couldn't sleep. Contradiction. That is why we use but. And in the next example, she couldn't sleep, although it was late. Хотя было поздно. So this is the way we should use these connectors. And if we move to the next slide, we can see the practical exercise. And we should complete it with so, because, but, or although. And the example is given here. We couldn't find a taxi, so we walked home. So we walked home. Let us. Okay, somebody is knocking at the door. Anna. Anna. Okay. Okay, let's try to use these connectors. Malika, are you here?
Yes.
So, number one.
Also, it was very cold. She wasn't wearing a coat.
Yes, you're right. There is a contrast. Okay, number two, please, Sarah.
I woke up in the night because there was a noise.
Perfect. Okay, Muhammad Ali, please.
I called him, but his mobile was turned off.
Okay, the next, Rihanna.
Also, she пропала демонстрации. Все. Also, she is very nice. Опять пропала.
The internet connection is not very good. Yes, although she's very nice, she doesn't have many friends. Okay, the fifth one. So Anna, please.
There was nothing on TV, so I went to bed.
Okay, Ильяр.
Так, шестой, да?
Number 6.
All the coffees were full. It was a public holiday.
Yes, exactly. And Nastya, please, the last one.
She wanted to be a doctor, but she failed her exams.
Okay, so it's very easy for us, so we should just remember how to use them. Okay, and one more piece of information about the use of prepositions, and I'm sure you just know about this, just to remind. When we speak, when we use the verb look in the meaning of gaze or stare at something, смотреть на что-то, look at the window, look at the slide, we normally use the preposition at. But if we use other prepositions, the meaning of this verb is changed. Меняется смысл этого глагола. So, for example, we have the preposition after, look after. And so when we use it, it means to take care of something. For example, Anna looks after her sister. Заботиться. Да? То есть глагол меняет значение. Or the preposition for, look for, it means to search for something, искать что-то. The example, David is looking for the keys. Он ищет ключи. Look for. And if we use forward to, look forward to, it means to wait for something, ждать с нетерпением чего-то. In the example here, I'm looking forward to holidays. So you'll have the exercise with the different prepositions, phrasal verbs with look as a home task. And now we are moving to the next slide. Our topic today is dreams. And we are going to listen to some information. And you can see to the left bottom of the slide, you can see a picture. One person is laying on the sofa and the other person is on the chair listening to him. Where can we see this kind of situation, this picture? What are they doing? What do you think?
They're dreaming.
Yes, this is the picture to the right. The picture to the left. So, what are they doing? Yes, you're right. This is the scene. It can happen in a room of psychoanalyst. Psychoanalyst is a person, a psychologist, who can help people to deal with their psychological problems, решить какие-то психологические проблемы. And some people sometimes go to psychoanalysts. Have you ever been to a psychoanalyst? You personally?
Yes, I have.
No.
No.
Oh.
I see. And did it help, Nastya?
Yes.
I see. Yes, this is very common practice in Europe, in America. A lot of people just go to psychoanalysts like to deal with their problems. But in our country, it's not very popular. Maybe people prefer to go to talk to their friends or members of their family. But this help from the friends is not professional. So, okay, anyway, we are going to listen to some conversation between a psychoanalyst, a doctor, and her patient. And you can see some pictures to the right. So the patient is sleeping and he's going to speak about his dreams. And the pictures illustrate the dreams that he's speaking about. And for example, we can see the people in picture D. What are the people doing in picture D? Do you see picture D to the right?
Yeah.
Music, dance.
They are dancing. What do we call this kind of event when people dance, drink, talk?
Party.
Party, yes, you're right. In picture C, what is it in picture C?
She's
Music.
playing a violin.
You're right. Yes, she's playing a music. And in picture E, what is there?
Алкоголь.
Champagne.
Champagne, yes, a bottle of champagne and a glass. In picture B, who is there? What's there?
It's an owl.
Owl, yes. And the owl, what does the owl symbolize in our culture?
Clever, wisdom.
Yes, right, yeah. And in picture F, what is there?
It's feet.
Feet, yes.
Yes, feet, you can see feet. Okay, now we are going to listen to the conversation, and the task is to number the pictures in the correct order. I mean, what goes first, which picture goes first, and next, and so on. Just a minute. I need to do this. I need to switch on the volume, which is low. And you'll tell me whether you hear or not.
So tell me,
Слышно?
what did you dream about?
Yes.
I was at a party. There were a lot of people.
What were they doing?
They were drinking and talking.
Were you drinking?
Yes, I was drinking champagne.
And then what happened?
Then, suddenly I was in a garden. There were a lot of flowers.
Flowers, yes. What kind of flowers?
I couldn't really see. It was dark, and I could hear music. Somebody was playing the violin.
The violin. Go on.
And then I saw an owl. A big owl in a tree.
How did you feel? Were you frightened?
No, not frightened, really. No, but I remember I felt very cold, especially my feet. They were freezing. And then I woke up.
Your feet. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed.
So what does it mean, Doctor?
Okay. So what was he speaking about first?
He was speaking about party.
Party.
But
Then
and
Then
he was drinking champagne.
picture E goes then, yes, then
picture
Flower.
picture A. So about the garden and the flowers. Then
Yes.
He suddenly
Violet. See?
C, yes. Here the music, somebody was playing the music and the violin. Then what comes next?
B.
B.
B, an owl, and the last one?
F.
F. What does he say about his feet?
Yeah, he
His
was
feet
cold.
freezing.
Freezing, yes, very cold. Okay. Now, if we move to the next slide, we can see the text of the conversation. And you can see that there are several gaps, and let us reconstruct what is missing in these gaps. I mean, these are different grammar forms of the verbs. So in the gap number 1, the patient was speaking about the party. I was at a party. The room was full of people. What did the doctor ask? What were they? What is missing? Doing, yes. Were doing. This is the past continuous tense. Then the patient says they were drinking and
Dancing.
Dancing.
maybe dancing. Yes, we're drinking, we're dancing, also past continuous. Were you drinking? Yes, I was drinking champagne, also past continuous. Then number 4, in a garden, there a lot of flowers. What is missing number 4? Sorry? Were, yes, there were a lot of flowers. Number 5, it was a bit dark. I
Wasn't.
I didn't see.
I didn't see, or I couldn't see. What kind of tense is it? I didn't see. What is the tense? Время какое? Past simple. Past simple. And number 6. And I could hear music. Somebody was
Playing.
Playing
playing the violin. Also past continuous. Then number 7. And then an owl. Then я увидел сову.
Saw.
Saw. I saw an owl. The past simple of see is saw. So this is past simple. Then how did you, were you frightened of it? Как вы себя чувствовали? How did you feel? So this is also past continuous. Then number 9. No, not frightened, really. Я не испугался, but Я помню, что я чувствовал холод.
But I remember.
I felt incredibly cold. This is, remember, what kind of tense is it? What's the tense? Past simple, right? And then what did he do? Что он сделал? Проснулся.
I woke up.
I woke up. Past simple. Number 11. Were you any shoes?
Wearing.
Were you wearing? То есть была ли на вас обувь? Ну, здесь вот немножечко другое. Have you ever this dream before?
Have you ever had?
Yes, have you ever had this dream before? Or have you ever seen this dream before? No, never. So what does it
Mean.
Mean.
Что же это значит, доктор? This is present simple. Okay, so I think there's no need to check because so we understand everything. And so let's move to the next slide. And here we can see the interpretation of his dreams. Что же означают его сны? What do you think the patient dream means? Match 5 of the things in his dream to their interpretations from 1 to 5. To the left, we can see what he dreamed about, your dream, you dream. And to the right, this means, это означает. So in this means column, you can see you are feeling positive about the future. Вы с оптимизмом смотрите в будущее. Number 2, you are going to be very busy. What does it mean, busy?
Занятой.
Да, очень заняты будете. Number 3, you want some romance in your life. Romance? What is romance?
Романтика.
Роман, любовный роман, some love. Yes. Number 4, you need to ask an older person to help. I think it's clear. And number 5, you will be successful in the future. Successful?
Успешный.
Успешный. Okay, so if you dream that you are at a party, what can it be? What do you think? Choose one of the interpretations from 5. You are at a party.
Positive about the future.
Okay, feeling positive. Any more ideas?
I think you need to ask an older person for help.
Okay. Okay, let's look at the next idea that you dream that you are drinking champagne. What is champagne usually?
You are feeling positive about the future.
Okay.
I think.
Any other ideas? Is champagne connected with the celebrations?
Yes.
Sometimes, yes.
You will be successful.
Maybe like this, okay. Then you dream about flowers. Flowers. What are the flowers?
Want some moments.
Romance, maybe, okay. You dream that somebody is playing the violin. What about this? There is no choice. We have already chosen this idea, yes?
Yes.
Which idea?
I think you want some romance in your life for this.
Okay, okay. And so if you dream about an owl,
You need to ask an older person to help.
because an older person is wise person, wisdom. Okay. Now we are going to check how the doctor gave, what kind of interpretations the doctor gave to her patient. We're going to listen and check, do we have the same ideas? And you'll tell me if you hear.
3.13.
Yes, yes.
So what does it mean, Doctor?
Well, first, the party. A party is a group of a lot of people. I think you're going to be very busy.
At work?
Yes, at work. You work in an office, I think?
Yes, that's right.
I think the party means you're going to have a lot of meetings.
What about the champagne?
Let me look at my notes again. Yes, you were drinking champagne. Champagne means a celebration. It's a symbol of success. So we have a meeting or meetings and then a celebration. Maybe in the future you'll have a meeting with your boss about a possible promotion.
Well, it's possible. I hope so. What about the garden and the flowers? Do they mean anything?
Yes. Flowers are a positive symbol. So the flowers mean that you are feeling positive about the future. So perhaps you already knew about this possible promotion.
No, I didn't. But it's true, I am very happy at work, and I feel very positive about my future. That's not where my problems are. My problems are with my love life. Does my dream tell you anything about that?
Yes, it does. You're single, aren't you?
Yes. Well, divorced.
Because the violin music tells me you want some romance in your life. You are looking for a partner, perhaps.
Yes, I am. In fact, I met a very nice woman last month. I really like her. I think I'm in love with her. I'm meeting her tonight.
In your dream, you saw an owl in a tree?
Yes, an owl. A big owl.
As the owl represents an older person. I think you'll need to ask this older person for help. Maybe this older person is me. Maybe you need my help.
Well, yes. What I really want to know is, does this person, this woman, love me?
You remember the end of your dream? You were feeling cold?
Yes, my feet were very cold.
Well, I think perhaps you already know the answer to your question.
You mean she doesn't love me?
No, I don't think so. I think you will need to find another woman. I'm sorry.
Okay, this is the conversation. Do you understand it?
Yes.
Okay. So did the doctor have the same ideas, the same interpretations as we, or is it different?
No, some of them we are right.
Which of them? About an owl, yes?
Yes.
Yes, and about drinking champagne.
This is you'll be successful in the future. Okay.
Yes.
What about a party? Having a party. What does it mean?
You are going to be very busy.
Yes, because party is connected with a lot of people, and people are when you are surrounded by a lot of people, you are very busy. What about flowers? What does it mean?
You are feeling positive about the future.
Positive, yeah. And somebody is playing the violin.
You want some romance in your life.
He find a girl.
Yes. So he says that he met a woman and he's in love. He's in love with her. And so the doctor asked him, "Are you single?" What does mean single?
Одинокий, один.
And what did he say? I'm divorced. What is divorced?
Yeah. Разведенный.
Yes, so he just broke up with his wife. Okay, so this is how the psychoanalysts work with their patients and how they help them to understand their psychological situation. Do you agree with the psychoanalyst, what the psychoanalyst told him at the end of the story?
It's interpretation of herself, and she told him about our life in our hands, and this is all. You make of your success.
Look, she said, what did she say about the woman at the end of
I think about the situation.
This is your opinion.
Yes.
I see now. But you remember, what did she say, the doctor say about the woman?
His feet freezing, and this is mean he have to find a new girl.
Another woman, yes. Because that woman doesn't love him, right?
Yes.
And do you agree with this?
Yes.
Maybe.
I see. But my idea is that so it's the psychoanalyst didn't see the woman. So how can she make any conclusions about their relations? And I think that his feelings of freezing, his feet were freezing because they were not covered by the blanket when he was sleeping. So,
yes, of course.
And, I don't think that it's true. So it's very, I don't trust this feeling.
Как сказать? Притянуто за уши, вот как сказать?
Вот вы найдете это выражение и в следующий раз нам расскажете, потому что это фразеологизм.
Да, вот как-то надо...
Idiomatic expression. Так, притянуть за уши. I don't remember. Сейчас я запишу. Притянуть за уши. Okay. And we'll discuss this next class, okay? Now, okay, so this is about dreams and the interpretations. And if we move to the next slide, can I move to the next slide? Okay, so let us look at the next slide. And here we have the chart, the grammar chart, and which will help us to review the tenses, the grammar tenses. To the left, we can see the names of the tenses: present simple, present continuous, past simple, past continuous to be going to plus infinitive, and will or won't plus infinitive, which means future simple, простое будущее время. And there are some example sentences from the conversations we will listen to. And the task is to match the tense and sentences. The first is already done. So the present simple sentence. You work in an office. Work is the verb in the present simple. Вы работаете в офисе. So which happens every day, normally, usually. Work, present simple. What about present continuous sentence? Where is it?
I'm meeting.
Exactly. So am meeting. Present continuous here, you remember that the present continuous tense has the function, it shows that the action is going on now, at the moment of speaking. But here, I'm meeting her tonight. This is the nearest future. It means that it will happen. It's arranged, and it will happen in the future. Then past simple.
I saw an owl.
An owl, yeah. Saw, the past simple of see. Then past continuous.
I was drinking champagne.
Exactly, yes. There were a lot of past continuous verbs in the conversation. Then we have to be going to plus infinitive.
You are going to meet a lot of people.
Yes, so this is, okay, prediction. And will plus infinitive.
You will have
a meeting with your
boss.
Yes. Okay, so let us check. So all the sentences are here on their places, and we are right. Okay, and here we can see the chart about review of tenses. We can see tense column, example column, and use where the rules. What situations should we use these forms? In the present simple, I live in the city center, or she doesn't smoke. And they use things that happen always or usually. Всегда происходит или обычно происходит. If we speak about the present continuous tense, the examples are: he is looking for a new job, ищет новую работу. Now, for example, yes? Or I'm leaving tomorrow, in the future. So the use is things that are happening now or in the near future. So we were speaking about this. Мы об этом говорили, о том, что present continuous также используется для выражения будущего какого-то подготовленного действия, которое произойдет 100%. Then the past simple tense. We saw a good film last night. And the negative sentence, we didn't do anything yesterday. Finished action in the past. Действие, которое закончилось в прошлом. And when we have such time markers as last night or yesterday, we should use past simple. Обычно в предложении есть какие-то слова, указывающие на то, что это произошло в прошлом. Then past continuous. He was working in Paris. Но здесь не совсем такое правильное предложение. We should add something. For example, he was working in Paris at that time, в это время. Or what were you doing at 7 o'clock? Actions that were in progress at a past time. В какой-то момент времени действие длилось. Going to plus infinitive. I'm going to see Tom tonight. Собираюсь встретиться с Томом. And it's going to rain. Дождь собирается. Some future plans and predictions. The first sentence is about a plan, but the second sentence is about prediction that will happen. We are sure about this. Предсказание будущего, которое наверняка произойдет. We have some evidence of this. У нас есть какие-то доказательства. Тучи на небе, например. And the future simple will or won't plus infinitive. So I'll love, you'll love New York. I'll phone her later. I'll help you, and I'll pay you back tomorrow. This is what we were speaking about at the previous class, about predictions, instant decisions, решения, принятые в момент речи, offers, предложения, and promises, обещания. Something is missing here when we make an offer. We usually say, shall I help you? You remember about this. Now, if we move to the next slide, you can see that there are two conversations between a wife and a husband. So, and in the morning they are having a couple of coffee. And let us read the first conversation and put the verbs in the right form. The verbs are given at the end of the sentence in the brackets. So let us listen to, for example, Muhammad Ali and Sarah.
We had dinner with my sister.
Okay. What about a phrase, the beginning?
Okay. What are we doing tonight? Is
Sarah?
We had dinner with my sister.
Look, what are we doing tonight? It means, что же мы будем делать вечером? Had means мы уже поужинали.
We're having dinner.
Sarah? It should be in future. Мы ужинаем с сестрой сегодня вечером. Yes, Muhammad Ali.
Dinner with my sister.
Muhammad Ali is right. He says we are having dinner. Okay, the next.
But we had dinner with her last week. There's
Okay.
Yes, but she wants to tell us some good news.
Wants. Yes, she wants.
Oh, okay, then shall I buy some champagne?
Okay. Number 3, we should add S. When we speak about he or she, we add S in the present simple. She wants. Okay. And the second part of the conversation, let us listen to, as far as we have gentlemen, Ilyar and Nastya, please.
I start.
Давайте.
It's 7 o'clock. What's happened to you?
When I come home, I stopping to buy the champagne. Так, у меня еще. I meet Jim in the stop.
В каком времени вы использовали все эти глаголы? What kind of tense was used? He's speaking about... Ну как же? The wife asked, what happened? Что с тобой случилось? Он опоздал. Она уже готова. She's waiting for him and he was late.
When I coming home.
Что такое coming? Это какая форма?
Coming? Прошедшее.
Да. Прошедшее. We have past simple or past continuous?
Past simple.
Yes.
Should it be past simple or should it be past continuous? Я шел домой и остановился, чтобы купить шампанское. If we compare these two actions, come and stop, which action was longer? Какое действие было более длительным?
Шел.
Так, вот и используйте его в past continuous. When I
come home.
Who can help us?
When I was coming home, I stopped to buy the champagne.
When I was coming home.
Да-да. I stopped
to buy the champagne.
And then?
And then I was meet Jim in the shop.
Нет, ну вот что его встречал каждый вот день встречал, и внезапно он встретил Джима, да? And then I past simple, use past simple.
Meet.
Как?
Meet.
Вторая форма глагола meet, это неправильный глагол.
Met.
Yes.
Jim in the shop.
Okay.
And well, hurry up, we will be late.
Oh, we'll be late. We'll be late or we are going to be late. Yes, also possible. Okay, this is the way we should use different tenses. Okay, and the last piece of information for today is the use of prepositions. Some more prepositions, some verbs in English. After some verbs, there are some specific prepositions used. So we have the prepositions about, we should use it 3 times, for, of, to 3 times, and with twice. For example, in the first sentence, what did you dream
about
last night? Yes, you're right. Okay, let us look at the other sentences. Malika, please, number 2.
What radio station do you usually listen to?
Listen to, exactly. Okay, Sarah? Sarah? Number 3.
What do you talk about with your friends?
Yes, talk about. Okay, the next one, Muhammad Ali.
Who do you usually, did you wait for a bus or a train today?
The next one, Ariana.
Who do you usually agree
What's the meaning of the sentence? В вашей семье обычно с кем вы соглашаетесь, да? Who do you usually agree?
With.
With, yes. The next one, please, Anya.
Are you going to write to anybody tonight?
Right, too good. The next, Ilyar.
Так, what do you think about this book?
Sorry, what did you say? Think?
Think
What is the preposition?
which the book? Нет?
Okay. Any other ideas? Who can help us with sentence number 7?
About.
No, about.
Okay, actually, there are two prepositions used with think.
You can use of as well.
Yes, here, this is the case. I mean that when we ask somebody's opinion about something, we use preposition of. So, think of this book. То есть ваше мнение об этой книге. And sentence number 8, Настя, please.
And this, what are you thinking about now?
О чем ты сейчас мечтаешь? То есть, что ты себе представляешь? So, the use of prepositions changes the meaning of the verb. Okay. Malika, please, the next sentence. Malika?
8.
9.
Do you often argue with people?
Ссоритесь часто с людьми. And the last one, Sarah, please. Number 10.
Who was the first person you spoke with this morning?
Spoke with. Okay. Spoke, I'm not sure. Speak with.
You spoke to.
Spoke to this morning, yes. Okay. So do remember these prepositions. Yes, this is the end of our presentation, and it's like this, and and let us just stop the recording.